So friends, there's a trial underway in a courtroom in Colorado as we speak that will determine whether Donald Trump is constitutionally disqualified from serving as president again. Let's talk about that because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So friends, as Donald Trump's New York fraud trial continues, there's another trial that just kicked off. An incredibly important trial, frankly, probably far more important than Donald Trump's civil fraud trial. It's a trial in Colorado that was brought to try to keep Donald Trump off the 2024 presidential ballot. Let's start with the new reporting. This from NBC News, headline, "Trial begins over whether Trump should be kept off the 2024 ballot in Colorado." And that article begins, "A state court in Denver began hearing arguments Monday in a lawsuit seeking to bar former President Donald Trump from Colorado's 2024 ballot over his role in the Capitol attack on January 6, 2021. Second Judicial District Judge Sarah Wallace last week rejected Trump's latest attempt to toss out the lawsuit, which was filed on behalf of 6 voters in Denver District Court last month. The lawsuit argues Trump should be prohibited from running in future elections, citing Section 3 of the 14th Amendment to the Constitution, which states, "No person may hold office who has engaged in insurrection or rebellion after having sworn under oath to support and defend the Constitution." The suit alleges Trump violated his oath of office in his efforts to overturn the 2020 election, leading up to the January 6th attack on the Capitol. The watchdog group Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington, or CREW, and several law firms filed the suit on behalf of 6 Republican and unaffiliated voters. And friends, that organization, CREW, which in a very real sense has been fighting to support and defend our Constitution, fighting to keep an insurrectionist out of the Oval Office. I'll put a link to CREW's website in the description of this video. They have been posting daily updates, and here is one of the recent updates that CREW posted about the litigation in Colorado. Daily updates on Colorado 14th Amendment trial. On Monday, our 14th Amendment evidentiary hearing kicked off in Colorado. We're making the case in court this week that Donald Trump is constitutionally ineligible for the ballot on behalf of 6 Republican and unaffiliated Colorado voters. Some of the witnesses who just testified include D.C. Metropolitan Police Officer Danny Hodges, Representative Eric Swalwell, and former U.S. Capitol Police Officer Winston Pidgeon. And here are some of the key moments from the trial thus far. CREW's attorney, Eric Olson, recounted Trump's violent rhetoric preceding the January 6th attack and his encouraging a crowd that came within 40 feet of the vice president when it stormed the Capitol. He said Trump summoned and organized the mob. "We are here because Trump's claims, after all that he has the right to be president again," Olson said, "but our Constitution, the shared charter of our nation, says he cannot do so." Regarding Daniel Hodges' testimony, throughout his testimony, Hodges detailed being punched, kicked, beaten, and sprayed with chemical irritants by rioters, and reacted to body camera footage from throughout the day. One individual attempted to gouge his eye out with Hodges' own riot baton. "I was afraid for my life and for that of my colleagues," Hodges said, later adding that his platoon was completely outnumbered by rioters. Regarding the testimony of Representative Eric Swalwell, Swalwell choked up at times as he recounted his experiences on the House floor during the attack. He described being alerted to the gas masks stored under lawmakers' desks, listening to a chaplain's prayer, and texting his wife as he began to fear for his safety before he and his colleagues were evacuated from the chamber. We could hear the pounding on those doors and the shouting of the rioters outside, Swalwell said. It was haunting. And friends, the testimony continues to unfold in that Colorado courtroom. But here's what I want to say about Donald Trump's insurrection. And make no mistake about it, this was Donald Trump's insurrection. You know, on September 29th, 2020, in that debate with Joe Biden, Donald Trump recruited the insurrectionists, recruited the foot soldiers who would go on to attack the Capitol on January 6th by telling them, Proud Boys, stand back and stand by, await my further commands. That was one group of insurrectionists Donald Trump recruited. Then Donald Trump set the date for the insurrection. He tweeted out on December 19th, 2020, come to D.C., January 6th will be wild. And then on the morning of January 6th, at his pre-insurrection pep rally on the Ellipse, he incited the insurrection. He ginned everybody up with lies that their vote was stolen, their election was rigged, their favorite president was being unlawfully taken from them. He incited the insurrection, and then he gave the order to attack. He commenced the insurrection. He told them, you have to fight like hell or you won't have a country anymore. Now go to the Capitol and stop the certification. Stop the steal. As the insurrection was in progress, as his foot soldiers, as his insurrectionists were attacking the Capitol and hunting for elected officials like Mike Pence, Donald Trump assisted the insurrection by tweeting out Mike Pence didn't have the courage to do what he should have done, by inference, keeping me installed in the presidency, and he refused to call off the attack, thereby assisting the insurrection. But he wasn't done yet, because when things finally calmed down, no thanks to Donald Trump, up at the Capitol on January 6th, what did he say? You are very special. We love you, insurrectionists. And ever since, he has been pledging to pardon the insurrectionists who attacked the Capitol that day, assaulted police officers, hunted for election officials, and in fact stopped the certification of Joe Biden's election win, albeit only temporarily. That's right. He pledged love and pardons to the insurrectionists, and you know what that is? That's giving aid and comfort to the insurrection and the insurrectionists. So he incited the insurrection, he engaged in insurrection, he assisted the insurrection, and he gave aid and comfort to the insurrection and the insurrectionists. He's still giving them aid and comfort to this day, pledging love and pardons. And that's why that judge who is presiding over this litigation in that Colorado courtroom, if she is an honest broker of the facts and the law, and I have no reason to believe she's not, she will conclude that Donald Trump engaged in insurrection, and he is therefore disqualified from serving as president again, disqualified from having his name placed on the presidential ballot in Colorado. Because the Constitution says so, and because justice matters. Hold on tight, friends. We are getting there. As always, please stay safe, please stay tuned, and I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.